Yo, yo, Debbie, tira más fotos de cuando te tuve, te diré más besos y abrazos y a veces que pude. Io elegí que come yo nuke. La 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 la. My name is Matt Brown, and I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And it is a beautiful Tuesday, the 10th of February, 2026. And we have had one of the great weekends in this country, the Super Bowl weekend. It was an interesting game and an incredible halftime show, and a lot of interesting other stuff surrounding that this weekend. So let's talk about what was going on and what was trending across the world of sports, news, entertainment, and culture. Obviously, a lot of it has to do with the Super Bowl, and I'm really intrigued about what we're going to talk about as we head into Valentine's Day at the end of the week. So it's going to be Ryan, Allison, and Jose on this one. What's up, everybody?
Hi
How's it
guys.
going, San Brownito?
Oh,
That was very good. And
we're
Oh
I know what
working on
Jesus.
it.
I know what
Yes.
peso is, by the way, because of this show. And that's very true. Well, I forget the comedian's name, but he makes them kiss.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, that's right.
Well,
there you
yeah,
go,
yeah, that's
peso,
right.
peso. That's why I know what that means.
From Martin Amini.
Martin Amini, that's right, that's his name. Yep, that's why I know what a peso is. So there we are.
That's hilarious. Well, thank you as we're working on that's being a racially ambiguous person. Everybody speaks their languages to me. I'm not kidding. Like a lot of people speak their languages to me, and obviously Spanish is the most common with
Hmm.
Latin blood here, but we're working on it. But it's great to have you three here. Well, there's this. I thought I heard something. Anyways,
No.
it's great for you three to be here. And this is the Tweet Cap as we talk about what's trending in the world of sports, news, entertainment, and culture. And before we do that, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show. Across all social media platforms, we're on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X and Twitter at ProdCobblePod. We're on TikTok at Productive Conversations. Sorry, we're on TikTok at ProdCobblePod and Facebook at Productive Conversations. So, how about that? We're essentially starting a new chapter here. Our
Hmm.
football coverage comes to an end. We have our reaction to Super Bowl 60, the X's and O's, the football part of it, with the Seattle Seahawks winning Super Bowl 60 by a score of 29-13 over the New England Patriots. So we have that. Ryan joined me to talk about that and did a great job. So if you want to hear our insight regarding the football game itself to the Super Bowl, and this show with some a little stuff on the game itself, but we're going to talk about the pregame performances, the halftime show, obviously, the good halftime show. I will be 1000% biased right here. And I'll start the Bad Bunny halftime show is 2,200 million times better than the All American halftime show. But we'll talk about that. But we'll give the attention to the All American halftime show. But I will be very biased against it. I want to make that clear now. And the Puppy Bowl was a very heartwarming to see.
I didn't watch that this year, actually.
Well, I got some clips for you for
Perfect,
that.
perfect.
And then just some other things regarding the game and what's interesting about it. But that's it. Another football season in the books. No more football talk until the draft in 2 months. And yeah, 5 seasons now of the productive conversations in the book. So great work for everyone who's made that possible. So before that, how's everybody doing? How is your weekend? Before we talk about the Super Bowl and everything around it, I hope everybody's been staying warm. The sun's come out a little bit, but it's still literally below freezing here in the Northeast. So,
Only at night here. We are actually at around 32-ish degrees down here during the day. So hopefully by next week we'll be above that during the day, and that would be very nice.
mhm, right.
It's definitely gonna be above that by next week because we're supposed to be in the 40s by next week.
Okay, yeah, then we'll probably be 40 by the end of this week.
I'm hyped as fuck for that.
Yeah, it
Oh
looks
my
like
god.
that stupid groundhog was wrong as always.
I
Let's just
I
say,
when I saw the groundhog last year, he said it was going to be winter, and then it snowed so much that we got stuck at a dive bar because we couldn't get out of the parking lot because of the snow. So I wouldn't say he's always wrong. He literally trapped us in a dive bar in Puxatawney,
Well,
Pennsylvania. So
it's for the people that actually go there, believe a fucking groundhog can tell us 6 weeks of winter or not.
they're
So
some of the weirdest
that's what
people
y'all
in our
deserve.
country. Frankly, I'm glad
Yes.
they exist in our country, but they are some of the weirdest folks maybe ever.
Hmm.
The great
Well,
tapestry of America.
whatever rocks your boat, right?
Exactly.
All right. So with that though, let's get into the show. Let's talk about what was trending over the weekend. And obviously it was Super Bowl 60 that took place on Sunday night. Super Bowl 60. The Seattle Seahawks defeated the New England Patriots by a score of 29-13 in Super Bowl 60 at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. This is Seattle's second Super Bowl title, first one since 2014. And it was all about Seattle's defense. They dominated the game, sacking Patriot quarterback Drake May 6 times and forcing 3 turnovers, and which one included a pick 6 by somebody kept practicing saying his name right. But I literally just said it right. Oh, anyways, number 7, the linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks got that pick 6. And yeah, before we go into anything, what did you all think about the game itself? I mean, I thought it was very boring. I've watched every single NFL game this year, and there were like 4, 5 I wanted to fall asleep, and that's sad when I have to say the Super Bowl is part of that list. And even last year's game was very boring, but at least it was a little more intriguing matchup. People thought
Yeah.
the Super Bowl would suck, and it ultimately did. And the Seattle Seahawks just blew past the Patriots, and the Patriots looked like they didn't belong there.
Yeah, no, that was basically my what I said too. They just didn't look like they should have been playing. There's other teams that they beat or outlasted if they didn't beat them directly, who would have been better in that spot. Like they would have played better. They may not have won. I have no idea, but um, the first round, Bills and Jaguars. I think both of those teams would have had a better game than they did against the Seahawks. So I don't know. Not great. I guess early in his career that there was some kind of storyline there, but even that, really the only story was that Sam Darnold was told that he sucked for 6 years or whatever it was before eventually winning a Super Bowl, which is a nice story, but when the story is look how bad everyone said he was, that's not a good sign for the quality of football game you're about to see.
Right. Well, there was what's cool about the Super Bowl, despite if the game is good or not, there's always nice little stories thrown in there.
Hmm.
Mike McDonald becomes the second youngest head coach to
Yep.
ever win a Super Bowl, 38 years old, first head coaching job, second year as a head coach, comes from the Ravens and leads Seattle to the Super Bowl. While the Seahawks have always been this sneaky good in 2025, it's just that, they're Seattle. With all due
Yeah.
respect to them and not that flashy. And I don't think you're going to see the start of a dynasty. This is the way the team's built, especially it's harder for defensive teams to stay together for so long. And Sam Darnold played a modest game. He didn't really play all that flashy. There's
Hmm.
plenty of mistakes,
He
and there were
played
plenty of times
safe.
he could have thrown. There's plenty of times he might have thrown an interception. But he didn't throw the turnover. But yeah, playing it safe, relying on the running game, and hey, it doesn't matter. As long as you win that game, you're the champion no matter what. Here we're
Hmm.
just gonna remember the Super Bowl victory. But one cool thing about Mike McDonald, you guys know who Maria Taylor is?
Yeah.
So yes, the she is the head of NBC
Hmm.
football. She's their main um she's their main host, and she actually went to high school with Mike McDonald.
Well, I was seeing that, and there was like a reunion, right?
This is them coming together, right?
Yeah, I
Isn't
remember
that nice?
seeing that.
20 years in the making, literally. You love to see it.
That is fun.
So congratulations to the both of them there. I like Maria Taylor. I think she's amazing at her job.
I agree. I think she's very good. I like NBC's. Honestly, NBC's team is not horrible overall. -1. We all know who I'm talking about. But
Cool. Jason,
no, what's his name? Collins.
you don't like
Collinsworth.
Collinsworth?
No,
Really? I
he's
like
just
Collinsworth.
annoying. I don't know.
He's a
He's
quirky
annoying to
guy.
me. Yeah.
Huh. Well, I'm too mad. I love Mike Tirico. I think he's great. I think he's
Yeah,
actually
everybody else
I think he's
is,
very
yeah.
underrated.
Yeah, the rest of the panel I like. It's just I don't know. And I think some of it was the Mahomes hype train.
Yeah, he's definitely a Mahomes dick rider.
Yeah.
So what's next? I also just want to share Sam Darnold being humble. A nice little moment there.
I'm not usually a crier or an emotional person.
Go for it.
No, I'm not gonna cry with nothing. But man, like just to be able to share a moment just now, like 5 minutes ago with my parents and Katie, my fiance, like my parents, they believed in me. They believed in me from when I was a child playing this game. I would make mistakes. I would make mistakes off the field too. They know it, and you know they would teach me lessons and all these things throughout life, and they just believed in me, you know, throughout my entire career. And I credit them to why I'm still here, why I'm still chasing this dream, because they always believed in me and it allowed me to believe in myself.
How sweet, despite that very bad audio, not from me. And yeah, that was really, really cool what we got there. A nice little story. Then the Seahawks are back. And we'll see what they can
pussy.
do. Oh, the pussy. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Jesus Christ, I thought for a second was Ryan speaking to me.
Well, what's wrong with what he said? I think he was being honest.
What a puss.
Everyone, no, after his tenure with the Jets, everybody told him to just quit. And then he was a journeyman backup forever. Not forever, but for many years. He got a break last year, did awesome with said break, still got released, still got all right. He was absolutely doing well on that team. Then he still got released for JJ McCarthy.
Jesus Christ, who won the game? The Seahawks defense.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the
Minnesota.
We're talking about Minnesota. We're not even there yet.
He got fucking lucky.
Oh,
he got fucking lucky at the right place at the right time. They needed a quarterback. They got a safe fucking quarterback. It's the defense that won the damn game. He's crying like he did something. He did jack shit.
Can I tell you, Jose, as a Jets
fan, not intercept the goddamn ball.
All right, and as a Jets fan, I'm telling you that low bar, that bar in hell, is still something that some quarterbacks named Justin Fields trip over. Okay, so yes, I'm not saying he's the best player on the Seahawks team. I am saying you have to have a baseline competency to win a Super Bowl at every position, and he did have the baseline competency. And as someone who hasn't literally in a decade plus seen that on their team, including when Darnold was our quarterback, I'm just saying you got to give credit where it's due.
Hey, you win, you win. Even if it was mostly a defensive matchup, he still pulled it off, and he still at least gets an 8 touchdown in there. But yeah, that's why I said this. I don't think there's in a very hard division next year, and we'll see. I mean, it'll be very impressive. I'll tell you one thing: they could get back in the spot again.
Oh, it would be. I wouldn't expect it, though. I mean, I don't know if anyone agrees or disagrees. I don't think we see either of these teams even in the championship game next year. Definitely like the conference championship games. Yeah, certainly not New England, but I don't think either team makes a conference championship next year.
Why not New England? Who's better than New England? Who's better than New England right now?
Well, I named 2 people at the top of the show.
Bills, the Jaguars. If the Chiefs come back with a vengeance,
Bills has no defense.
Okay.
Bills had no defense.
They have a whole
Bills has
offseason.
No defense. Jaguars has proven in the whole franchise they get one good season and then they shit the bed in 5. They have obviously
Baltimore could be back.
I mean,
they
have a whole
new coach.
Patriots has a whole offseason too. That don't make sense. Patriots has have an offseason as well. They can add motherfuckers.
Who are they gonna add?
Ryan.
Who are they gonna add?
I don't give two shits. Probably a couple of massagers for fucking crap for all I give a
geez.
fuck.
Well, yeah, that's not gonna help. But I will say also, what's his name's a free agent. I actually just looked that up today. We'll see if he resigns or not. Kenneth Walker is a free agent.
Hey, he really
Don't really
stepped up.
need him. You have
He
what's the name?
with Cherubount.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna give him all that money when you already have a decent backup
Well,
already.
that's kind of what I'm saying. Like he's the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
He may be a free agent. There's gonna be a lot of people
He's,
interested in that.
yeah,
Hey,
he's definitely him.
we're losing our star. Let's go after him, Woody. We got money. We got plenty of space with Brees Hall gone. Let's get him. Let's bring
Is
him
Breach Hall
home.
officially gone?
He said his contract's over, so I guess he could resign. But
I mean, you're gonna franchise tag the shit out of him, I assume.
I don't know.
Who you gonna? I mean, who you gonna franchise tag?
Not maybe Garrett Wilson, right?
This motherfucker had a torn ACL and was shit this whole season. He barely fucking plays. The injury prone
You're not
motherfucker.
they're not keeping both, so they got to pick who they want more.
Yeah, well, I'll take Brees Hall over him.
Brees Hall, but Brees Hall doesn't want to stay.
Yeah, but Garrett Wilson doesn't want to stay either. I mean, he ain't fucking clamoring. Nobody wants to stay in the Jets.
I mean, we're getting way off topic, but we can talk offline about that.
So
Yes.
I just some other things that are thrown in there that we can talk about with the game itself before we talk about the halftime show. So, what did you guys think of the commercials ultimately? I think there's a clear number one, which was the best commercial. It's the only one I'm going to play for now. It is the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, Boston State of Mind.
I hated that one.
That was so funny.
I have it right here for free advertising here.
Before the movie, a much better version of Good Will Hunting was made as a sitcom with a real genius in the lead and some other actors.
Hey, Will, did you arrange the Munchkins in the Fibonacci sequence? I got a genius working for me.
Who's such a genius, then why'd he put ice in his coffee, huh?
Come on, Chucky, I'm just Will Hunting. I'm not a genius.
I will marry the first man that can help me with the Fibonacci sequence.
How you doing? Smooth.
Don't you have a girlfriend? We're on a break. I don't need her. I still get everything I need right here at Dunkin'.
Hey, kid, if you're still single, doing this Boston shtick and working for Dunkin' when you're 50, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Isn't that your girlfriend?
You like donuts?
Yeah.
Well, this is my new boyfriend. How you like these nuts?
I'm Tom.
Oh my god! So that Dunkin' commercial that had those pretty much a homage to '90s sitcoms with actual '90s sitcom actors, Carlton. God, why am I forgetting? We have Carlton. We got
Jaleel White from Family Matters.
Yeah, Jaleel White. We have Urkel there. We have
obviously George Costanza with
George
Jason
Costanza.
Alexander.
We got
Matt LeBlanc.
Yep, we got two people from Friends. Tom Brady for some reason, and that
Jasmine Guy. I forget.
Yeah,
the name of her character,
from a different world.
Different world, yeah.
So those were legit. Those legit actors, and they just used de-aging technology, which looks so much better than it did
Ted
like
Danson
Irishman.
too.
Oh yeah,
Ted
from Cheers.
Yeah.
So you've seen the Irishman, and they tried this technology, and they look stupid. They're pulling this off. It wasn't perfect.
No,
I mean some of them look better than others, but they're gonna pull this off. You really are gonna be able to de-age people.
Well, the issue with the reason this one worked a little bit better than I think the Irishman did, in addition to this better technology, they didn't really do that much in the commercial. They kind of sat and talked in a Dunkin'. You know what I mean? Whereas like they tried to have like an 80-something-year-old De Niro kick the crap out of somebody, and he looked like an 80-year-old man.
It didn't make sense, and it also just they're just like clear CGI.
But much better technology now.
Yeah, I think that was the best commercial. The Clydesdales returned. Apple did shot on my iPhone. The State Farm, everybody's got an agent. The Pepsi one, seeing the Coke
the Coke
Bears getting caught.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
The Doritos fan made commercial was funny.
Aaron Judge.
Yes, for NBC baseball on NBC, Aaron Judge being featured in that. That was great. Which ones am I missing? The Coinbase karaoke.
Fuck that one, man.
You were singing along, weren't you, Ryan?
Yeah, I was telling Matt this. I was in a room of like 20 something people watching this game, and everyone was singing, everyone was vibing, and then it just switched over to Coinbase and everyone booed. And here's my thing. Obviously, maybe you like crypto, maybe you don't like crypto. I don't know. I'm not here to tell you what to like. But I will say, right now, what do I know about Coinbase? I mean, I already knew it was crypto, but if I didn't know anything about Coinbase, I know that I wanted to finish singing the song on the karaoke, and I couldn't because they switched it to be a Coinbase thing. I think that was a huge mistake out of Coinbase. I will say one that I liked. I did like the 50 Cent one for Grubhub.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny. We won't go into too much detail for that one, but that was good. I kind of laughed at the tight end one. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was kind of clever. I thought that was funny, and then I don't know. And I don't know. I don't know why, but I did laugh when Ben Stiller jumped off that large set in the Instacart commercial. Specifically when Ben Stiller jumped. The rest of the commercial was kind of silly, but that part specifically made me laugh.
How about the Uber Eats with the Bradley Cooper and Matthew McConaughey, which I saw for like a month already.
Well, that's what I mean. Like some of these I'd seen so many times beforehand, they didn't feel like Super Bowl commercials. Like that one's one of them.
Yeah, they were literally used for what they were meant to be.
Yeah.
The bathroom.
I cried during the missing dog one. Leave me alone.
No.
I might have missed that one.
Leave me alone.
They're like, so right now, if you've got Ring and like, right now, if you have Ring, you can like turn on all of your neighbors' rings.
Yeah. But they can find a dog now?
Well, they were saying
that's what they
like
did in the
10,000
commercial.
dogs a year. They were saying like 10,000 plus dogs a year go missing.
Right. And that's what they did for the commercial, but you don't have to probably do it just for dogs, right?
No, I know, but just the idea of dogs missing makes me sad.
No, I know that, but I'm like, you can turn your whole neighborhood into a police state. You can just turn on your neighbor's camera. That's crazy to me. That's like, how does that work? I don't know enough about it, so I don't want to comment, but the idea that I could turn on my neighbor's Ring camera from my house is really strange to me.
I hope this isn't too soon, but the whole Samantha Guthrie mom.
That would be mom, yeah. Yep.
That you could have used it for that, right, Jose?
Yeah.
No. Hey, does any updates? Did they give the money by 8:00?
Wait, I don't know. I didn't hear that.
I did see that they did say you need to give the ransom by 8 p.m. And
8 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, but they said we're gonna give the money by like 3:00 today. There was nobody put no money in. So I thought maybe someone would have heard something by now, but
I have not heard anything.
Continue.
Yeah.
I hope you find.
What else was bad or good?
The Levi Jean one was cute.
That was kind of fun.
I like that.
Yeah, a couple butt-based ones. Yeah, Woody's were in there. Woody was in there.
And the trailers, nothing that I didn't see. I like the Cliff Booth one, but I know that's a specific audience. The Bradley Cooper, the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood spinoff. There was Disclosure Day. No,
I want to see Disclosure Day. I do want to see Disclosure Day.
Looks that great.
Disclosure Day?
Yeah.
I thought it looked good. I'm excited for it.
I think the big thing, Spielberg does these alien-based movies. This time, what would happen when we tell you that they're real? That seems to be the movie.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea.
I don't care.
Well, you know, but I think a lot of people would care.
Show there, but
people would care, man. A lot of other people would care.
So, one thing I forgot to mention too, I wanted to say, the pregame show, the pregame performances. Brandon Carlisle, I'm sorry, that was horrendous. What did she sing? God
America
bless
the Beautiful.
America the Beautiful.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Coco Jones was good, but I didn't know the song. Charlie Puth, though.
He did great.
He was good.
I had to play this for a couple minutes, for a couple seconds. Charlie Puth's national anthem was amazing.
It was real good.
This came out. It didn't come out of nowhere, but I was like, what? You can't hear a pin drop in that stadium. Man, nothing gets me like a good national anthem. I think in this
that was a
world,
really good one.
in this world where conservatives and liberals, Democrats and Republicans hate each other, we can at least agree a good anthem can bring us together for the 90 seconds.
And I do think everybody. I mean, I've seen nothing but positive. Like, you know, what I mean, everybody was on board. That was a good.
I think the best one, no doubt, Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
All for. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
Chris Stapleton's was incredible from
This
a
was
few
good.
years ago.
Yeah.
Got Charlie Puth here. Not Fergie. That was bad.
That was bad, but funny. That's
you know
the
who
key.
was a bad but funny, even though he's a bad dude? R. Kelly. Have you ever seen him before one of the boxing matches? He says, "And the Rockets, clap your hands, y'all." Red clear.
Yes. No, he's funny. Again, if you're bad and funny, I'll forgive you. It's when you're bad and not funny, then it's like, no.
Rosanna, another cancel celebrity.
She wasn't that funny. She was trying to be funny. And she was trying to be funny about it, and it didn't work. No, Fergie was funny because she was just tripping all over herself. Again, R. Kelly tried to get everyone to like clap their hands to the national anthem. Like those are funny because they didn't mean it to be.
Clap
funny.
your hands, y'all.
Yeah.
And the last Super Bowl related one before we go to Bad Bunny. Obviously, you know, Seahawks win the Super Bowl. Patriots lose the Super Bowl. You see about Stephon Diggs, right? His girlfriend. I guess him and Cardi B broke up in the middle of the Super Bowl, is what I'm hearing.
Oh my
And
god.
she actually got questioned, like, what do you think? Or at least maybe the day before. So what do you think about, you know, your boyfriend's gonna play the Super Bowl? She's like, good luck. And that's all it was.
Yeah, no, I think there was I saw a rumor that it's because one of his other the women
The baby mama?
one of his other baby mamas went to the game and had like front row tickets for her and her son. And I guess Cardi B got mad about that. Cardi B though was at the Super Bowl. She was at the Super Bowl.
Together.
She was in the halftime show, wasn't she?
She was in the halftime show. Not if you bet on Kalshi. Kalshi didn't pay out for Cardi B, but they did pay out for Karol G, which is interesting. And Alex Earl. However, yeah.
Which was shocking to me, but whatever.
Yeah. What I think was strange though is Stephon Diggs. Man, this is a bad weekend for him. He lost the Super Bowl. He lost his girlfriend, whatever. And
I bet they get back together.
He's got a court case coming up. Like, that's a lot to go through.
And have only, 2 catches off the top of my head?
Yeah.
In the game?
He did horrible. The whole team did horrible in fairness to him. But
also, what do you think of Green Day just singing?
Loved it. Don't know why they were there. Good. Yeah, don't know why we added them.
I think they're from the area.
They are.
And
yes.
What was it? They brought some of the Super Bowl MVPs. That was cool.
Yeah.
Some of the living Super Bowl MVPs. Your boy Jalen Hurts was there, Allison. Every time I see him, I think of you now. I really do.
Yeah.
One of my most random.
I love them even with dreads, so everyone can suck it.
One of my favorite random Jalen Hurts moments from this season. He was doing a post-game show about a win. I don't know. He got stumped on a question. He just said, "You know, man, I don't really know." He just said it so funny. He never just say. He just says something. I don't know, just so funny.
You know what? People should say it more, though. Good for him.
Yeah.
No, but I like.
He really
Green
does
Day.
look like a '90s sitcom guest star who's going to be threatening the main character in some way.
Take his girl.
Yeah, exactly. Jalen Hurts. And there was the celebrity introductions, Chris Pratt, and then John Bon Jovi from New Jersey representing the Pats.
Yeah, hated that.
So losing.
Hated that. I think we should take away his New Jersey card. And I don't live there anymore, I understand, but this is true, I felt offended. And I'm from New England. I felt offended that he was a Pats fan.
And how about that dude who streaked on the field in the fourth quarter?
He had something written on his back. I don't know what it said, though.
Yeah, the message I have here, according to reports circulating online, the man was shirtless with messages written on his chest and back, including what appeared to be promotional or cryptic phrase referencing online trading. You think he wrote, it says, "Trade with Athena," a social media handle. So follow-ups alleged his name was Alex Gonzalez, a day trader and social media personality known for streaking at major events with publicity messages tied to his trading persona. He was arrested and is facing charges by Santa Clara police.
Sure, but as long as he doesn't get actually any serious crime, he's gonna make way more off of that than he spends to get out of jail.
I know, right? Soon they're
Because
gonna have to
they'll
just
go
make that
viral.
impossible.
Yeah, they'll go viral, and then make money off social. And if people do sign up for his trading, whatever that is, I don't know how that works, but free advertising, everybody else paid a couple mil. He got it for free.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the halftime show. When they were going in, it was 12-0 Seattle. And then we had Bad Bunny perform. Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny was the halftime show performer at Super Bowl 60. It was a historic performance, one of the biggest halftime shows ever, and one of the few carried out almost entirely in Spanish on the NFL's biggest stage. And that was vibrant. That was colorful. There was just so much energy. We have great songs including Timmy Pregunto, Yo Perro Solar, Nueva York, DTMF, which I was singing before. He had Lady Gaga perform with him, Ricky Martin. And yes, that party scene over there included Cardi B, Karol G, Pedro Pascal, Jessica Alba, and Alex Earl. And yeah, so many cool little homages and Easter eggs. But yeah, he pretty much he recreated a Puerto Rican field and market scene. That's what it was going for. Flags across the American continents, because at the end of the day, there is a North America and South America, bringing those countries together besides the United States of America. The Jumbotron displayed the message, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. And Bad Bunny ended the performance by holding and spiking a football reading, "Together We Are America." And he even handed a Grammy Award to a child, a symbolic passing on of inspiration and culture. No, he was not
The kid
it was
from
not
Ice.
it was not the kid from Ice.
As was rumored, it was just
It
some
was
kid.
not some major scene. As much as we love Easter eggs, not every little thing is an Easter egg. He was just saying like, hey,
well, right before he did that,
inspiration.
Right before he did that, like what he was saying, and obviously I don't speak Spanish, this was a translation I heard after, was like, I'm here because I believed in myself, and you should believe in yourself too. You're so much more valuable than you know, or whatever. Like he was giving a motivational kind of talk, and then he gave the Grammy to the kid. So, that was kind of nice. It all fit with what he was saying.
And some of the reactions and positive reactions, fans loved the energy, cultural pride, and party vibe of the performance. Many viewed it as a historic representation of Puerto Rican and Latin cultures at the Super Bowl. Some critics, which I disagree, most notably President Trump, labeled the performance as not representative of mainstream expectations and an affront to America, partly because of language choices and cultural themes. Which is wrong. This is stupid. Stupid. If you dislike that, you are a true hater and ignorant. I will go as far to say that. But I just want to show some of these highlights. It was cool. That's what I liked the most about this show. It was just a great positive vibe for 15 minutes. I don't have to worry about nothing. I can enjoy great music. That's the point. And some of the things, hopefully, we'll see how long this lasts. But we have this. What he opened with.
Muchas novias, hoy tengo a una, mañana otra. Pero no hay boda, Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Muchas novias, hoy tengo a una, mañana otra. Me las voy a llevar a todas pa' un VIP. Saludan a Titi, vamos a tirar un selfie. Say cheese.
I like that. Then we had this performance with the
the funny thing about that first part, like hearing them talk, I'm thinking Ryan cannot relate at all.
That's nice.
More than anything, I don't know what he said.
He's talking about how he has mad girlfriends.
He's talking about girls and taking them to VIP.
Well, didn't he want to meet their aunt too? Is that the song where he wants them to meet his aunt?
No, his aunt is the one that's telling him he has too many girlfriends, and then that's when he's telling his aunt this girl, this girl. And that's why he kept lining them up with them girls. And then I'm thinking, damn, Ryan can't relate. Nope.
Selfie. Speaking of love, though, we had an actual wedding take place during the performance, where I guess this couple invited Bad Bunny to the wedding. And he said, why don't you just get married at the halftime show? And I guess this is all their friends and family.
Los declaro marido y mujer. Puedes besar a la novia.
How sweet. And then we had Lady Gaga here during a bachata version of Die With a Smile. I love this. What was that?
He's so pale.
Yeah.
I don't even wanna do this anymore. 'Cause you already know what you mean to me. And our love's the only war worth fighting for. Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow. So I'ma love you every night like it's the last night. Like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be
A lot of breathing needed in this.
if the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you.
That's great. That's really great.
I do know that I can relate to that part, by the way, Jose. So
And then last but
And
not
Hosen
least,
VIP.
Boring. But go ahead.
okay, then last one, then we could do our thoughts there.
Ella nunca llega sola, todos bandidos que suelten la pin. Ey, ey, que esta noche lo que haya. Perra, baby, soletera, baby, chastra, baby, hasta abajo, baby, no te quites, baby, en la disco, baby. Ey, 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 perra, baby, soletera, baby, chastra, baby.
How can you not like this, you fuckers?
all the ladies that were watching with us, they really liked that part with the hips.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. And but regardless the performance though, how did we think about it? I'm obviously very hyped and stuff like that. How do you all the rest of you feel?
I mean, I liked it. As Jose pointed out very accurately, didn't really know what was happening in terms of lyrically, for a lot of it, but it was fun. The music was good to dance to. Like I said, I really liked the wedding. I thought that was sweet. That there was like a real ass wedding in there. And he looked like he was having fun, like, which is nice. He didn't go in there looking to make statements or whatever. He was like, I'm just gonna put on a fun show, a good show, and that's what he did. And that's infectious. If you have fun as a performer, other people are gonna have fun watching you, like that. You know what I mean? So I thought it was great. Like I said, obviously, there's people who can say, "Oh, I don't know about Bad Bunny." I can't say I'm going to start listening to a lot of Bad Bunny music after watching this, but there's a few songs in there that I actually quite enjoyed. But more importantly, you don't have to be his biggest fan to be like, that was a really cool show. That was a fun show. That was good to watch. I enjoyed watching it. You know what I mean? So I don't know why all of a sudden you have to love everything a person does or you have to hate them with a passion. You could be like, wow, that was really good. And then move on and listen to what you like to listen to on your own time.
And we've been seeing people acknowledge that. We've had, some of those righties. Piers Morgan gave props to the show. Jake Paul said that, Bad Bunny was un-American. I don't like the blah, blah, blah. And even his brother said that's wrong. So it was nice to see that face turn. Nick Fuentes liked it. I mean, seriously, man.
Adam Sandler liked it.
Well, Adam Sandler's like very friendly with that. Like he likes Bad Bunny a lot. So
I love him.
Benito, but he is a conservative, to be fair. But that is true.
But he likes Bad Bunny.
Exactly. And you know what? There was two different options, right? You could have picked that or the All-American halftime show, which we'll get into in a hot second. But look, the president who had his weird ass tweet, he has this on at Mar-a-Lago.
Hoy que hace frío y mañana te va. Nah, muchas quieren mi baby.
The president. Hey. hater, jealousy. He was
Also,
watching
can I
that
just
one.
say, I saw a lot on social media, both before and after, about like the gay agenda and like all that stuff, and there was just a lot of objectively very attractive dancers, all women. That's that particular song or set, whatever part of it when they were in front of the house dancing. How could you watch that and be like, yeah, this is clearly like the gay? I was like, no part of me was like, wow, this is gay. You know what I mean? Like, even Jose will have to admit that those were also very fine looking dancers.
I mean, people love their big booty Latinas.
That's right.
Simple
Everybody
as that.
does. That's a universal truth, I think. But yeah, I don't know where
And
this
they were
whole
breaking it down too.
yeah, I don't know where that whole thing came from about Bad Bunny was trying to make everybody, whatever. I'm like, I don't know, looked pretty heterosexual to me if you're into that sort of thing.
Maybe
So,
because Pedro Pascal was just chilling there with a drink with a bunch of women around him, and
well,
he
it's
didn't do
fine.
nothing.
He was over there though. I'm not. If you saw that scene and you focus on Pedro Pascal, maybe you do like men. Right?
Maybe.
That's okay. Because
Maybe.
I was distracted by all of the women in front of him, dancing.
Ryan, you're married.
All that. Yeah. Well,
You're married, Ryan.
And
Can't be doing
Hey,
that.
yo.
It's
you
against your
can look.
vows.
Now
They're
we have
dancers.
Jose.
No, against your
They're
vows.
dancers.
Can't get. It's against your vows.
They are
you-
dancers, and they were dancing, and I was watching
But
the dancers dance, and that's
But
allowed.
you know what those women were doing?
They were dancing
Ryan,
professionally.
you need to keep your eyes
Professionally dancing.
straight. They weren't professionally doing that.
No, they were professional dancers. They got paid to be there. That's fair. That's fair game, Jose.
Okay,
You can't
cool.
add
When I go-
rules. Can't
That's
add
good.
rules.
When I do something, go to a strip club, and they're a professional dancer, I'm gonna be like, well, this Pope I know in Washington D.C. says it's all right. We good to go.
That's their job.
Yep, I'm gonna say that all right.
I'm a pro small business, pro economy guy more than anything.
And then when she
That's
kicks
their
me out the
job.
house, Ryan, just know that I'm coming straight to your house. And
That's
you sleep
fine.
on that couch.
That's right. I'll even call for you. Be like, he was helping the local economy. What are you talking about?
Jose,
Yeah.
you like the show though, for the most part?
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, I've been to a Bad Bunny concert a couple of times, so it's pretty much the norm what you saw on the Super Bowl. That's what you normally would see at a concert show.
That's cool. Does it usually have all the set like that, all set up?
Well, the set you saw there, like the house and shit, that's at the was at his residency.
Oh, that's cool.
there.
That's
So you see that like there's always when it was his residency, you would always find celebrities where like Cardi G and fucking Pedro
that's
Pascal.
like like a thing that he did for all of his shows. He would have people dancing the.
Yeah, you can look it up. You find every
That's
like
cool.
his residency, all the celebrities. That's where they'll be. They'll chill at the house. Like it's a house party.
I love that. See, again, I didn't know that because I've never seen his performance before. But that's kind of fun. That's like a running gag that they have, and they did it at the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty dope. Really, really dope. And last
I mean,
but not least,
I'm not gonna lie. It makes me want to go see Bad Bunny again, but Bad Bunny prices, you might have to kind of lower them a little bit because last time I paid like $800. I know them gonna jump higher.
Yeah, especially after the performance.
Uh-huh.
Most watched ever.
Yep.
the last boomer take I want to show here is from one of my favorites, Christopher Mad Dog Russo, and how he pronounced Bad Bunny.
You do not belong in the game. And that game was, again, unless you bet all sorts of props, read Chris Russo. I don't know how you stuck with it. And I am not talking about Bugs Bunny at the half either, because I could care less.
Bugs Bunny.
That was great. I don't think he was mad about Bad Bunny, though. He was mad about the football game being horrible.
Oh, he always mispronounces things. It's not a bit. He really is that bad.
He goes, unless you talk about that Bugs Bunny thing at the half.
Bugs, and I never change people.
That's pretty good.
All right. Let's switch gears now. Where people really, I hope you got what you wanted, people who wanted this. We had the Turning Point USA. The All-American Halftime Show was an unofficial counter-program halftime event that took place during the Super Bowl 60 halftime. This was organized by Turning Point USA, and it was streamed online at the same time as Bad Bunny was performing. Unlike Bad Bunny's performance, the show did not take place at the Super Bowl venue or under any NFL sponsorship. It was a separate broadcast. According to TPUSA, the All-American Halftime Show was intended to celebrate faith, family, and freedom, and traditional American cultural themes as an alternative to the NFL's halftime entertainment. It was explicitly positioned as a show that would appeal to viewers who felt less connected to the official halftime choice and wanted a more patriotic, country-leaning experience. Supporters saw it as entertainment for their community. Critics saw it as a cultural pushback or politically charged counter event. And this included Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett. You know, I saw an amazing take on this. This is from George Coley. One of the funniest things about conservatives getting political power is that they finally get to show us what their unfiltered vision for what is cool and what is not cool. And it's become immediately obvious that, like, it's become immediately obvious that it's not. This is a senile boomer's idea of a crazy party. And then he puts some of these clips from this alone. Kid Rock. Listen, Bad Bunny actually performed. This is bullshit right here. I got this.
Look, that's sitting in your house somewhere that could use some dusting off. There's a man who died for all our sins, hanging from the cross. You can give your life to Jesus, and he'll give you a second chance till you can't take it. If you got a chance, take it while you got a chance. If you got a dream.
And
Jesus Christ.
So horrible.
And who is this? Ryan, I'm sorry, you're the country. Who this?
That looks like it's Brantley Gilbert.
Yeah.
In the Marlboro man, Jack and Jimmy were a few good men, but you learned how to kiss and cuss and fight too. Better watch out for the doors in blue. Now the spontaneity says she said.
Why am I wearing? What the fuck is this?
This is what you wanted, people?
That was his song, in fairness, I believe.
And it sucked. That cat had no energy. Hasn't been confirmed yet. Allegedly, this might
that
have
was
even
Jason Aldean, wasn't it?
No, Jason Aldean wasn't in the show. He may have been doing a
his
Jason
song,
Aldean.
right?
Yeah, it was a Jason Aldean song, but it wasn't. It's a Jason Aldean song that I believe Brantley Gilbert is in originally.
Oh my God!
I've never liked Brantley Gilbert.
That had no aura whatsoever.
It
was done on a soundstage in Atlanta. Apparently, it was recorded a week prior to the Super Bowl, and they paid about 200 people, like actors, to be the audience. So it was 200 actors and some TPUSA staff members. That was the entire audience. So just put that out there as well. They paid their audience to be there, and they still were quiet.
Dude, like, again, we know why this happened. They really just were so threatened and want to be so tribal against Bad Bunny that they did this. And it's objectively worse than what we saw here. Like, again, the Bad Bunny, there's just energy in there. There's just so much good vibes. Music, but that's not it, dog.
No, you want to know how you know that this was only about the fact that Bad Bunny is speaking Spanish and is from Puerto Rico? If you were genuinely someone said, you know what, I want to do a country concert.
You killed those aspirations for the NFL.
Well, that too. But I'm saying the NFL's not going to do a country concert. We should just probably let that go.
Yeah, exactly. But, sorry, Jelly Roll.
Yeah. But yeah, he might get to be like there with somebody else.
Like how
right?
Lady Gaga was with it.
Right, yeah. He could get one half or quarter of a song, but that's the closest Jelly Roll's going to get. But anyway, point was, if somebody wanted to do a country show during the Super Bowl, one, they wanted to put it as counter programming to halftime. They would have either done it before the game started, or immediately after. That's one. And then two, they would have gotten better artists. They would have. They would have been able to get. There are country singers who are certainly more famous than Brantley Gilbert and Lee Brice and Gabby Barrett. I mean, Lee Brice, I don't know, Matt doesn't know who these people are. He's crying all the damn time. He's never been happy about anything in his life. You listen to a Lee Brice song, even when he's happy, he sounds like he wants to jump off a bridge. Brantley Gilbert, we heard what he sounds like. And then Gabby Barrett, she's just generic country singer. But you could get a Jelly Roll, right? You could get a Zach Bryan? Yeah, Zach Bryan, the dude who sold out Michigan.
Yeah, he said it was stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid. As I'm like, if you wanted a good country at concert to coincide with the football weekend, you could have easily done that. But they couldn't do that. And the reason they couldn't do that was because everybody knew what this was. And so only people who were in the MAGA cult, or I believe Brantley Gilbert's response was, he said something about like he wanted his kids to see his dad perform at the Super Bowl. I'm like, that's not what you did, brother. But anyway, only people who are already bought in to TPUSA and to Trump and to all that bull would agree to do this show. So that's why they couldn't even put on a good country show, because even the good country singers are like, yeah, this is not for me.
It makes you look bad, man.
Yeah, but again, they all knew, like, you know what, I could do like
Kid
a
Rock
real
is,
show.
and I won't lie, there are a few Kid Rock songs I do like, but
I do too.
Bro,
I don't hate Kid Rock, but
bro has some agenda that is only hurting his legacy, in my opinion.
Well, so here's the thing that happened when he agreed to do this. He is on tour. Kid Rock's rocking the country tour or whatever, and
the country tour.
and it's like a bunch of festival stuff, and a bunch of people have dropped out. He had Shinedown, they dropped out. He had someone else who dropped out. I believe Zach Bryan was Ludacris dropped out. Yeah, there's a bunch of people who were supposed to be on this tour with him who dropped out, to the point where one of their shows in South Carolina, they had to cancel outright because they don't have enough acts anymore.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, this was clearly political, and that's why they could only get 4 people, 3 of which no one has ever heard of besides me. And, yeah, that's
You know what's
bad.
funny, too? My conservative friends all said it was good, too. Just like, either you don't know art, or you really are up your own ass.
Well, what was good about it? That's what I mean, like, no offense. What was
all
good
they
about
said
it?
is good about it. It's like, oh, well, aren't you watching that Justin Bieber concert? That was one friend who said that.
Justin
I'm like,
Bieber?
bro, this is why nobody likes you.
What do you mean Justin Bieber? Who was Justin Bieber?
No, that's what he was saying. He was calling it soft. It really wasn't.
What was soft? Yeah, what was? I don't mean nothing was
As you
particularly
said,
hard
Ryan,
about either one.
if he knew those big booty Latinas were bouncing around, he'd have a different opinion.
There you go.
What a unnecessary thing. And that got about 5 million views. And got
Which
15.
I will say, to give credit where it's not due, they never advertised anything until like a week before. 5 million is a lot of people for TPUSA
A lot of
on YouTube.
people.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, that's kind of what's scary, is there are still 5 million people in these United States and around the world who would prefer to watch Kid Rock in 2026 than the most streamed artist on Spotify.
Well, there's however many millions of people that still were idiots and voted for Trump, but here we are. So I have nothing.
I'm gonna say that's different, and that's coming from me, because at the end of the day, you kind of have to participate in democracy. You have to vote for somebody, and it's really 2 options. There's a third option, which is don't watch any of the halftime show. Go to the bathroom, grab yourself some wings before half, get another beer. It's not a long concert. You don't need to watch anything during halftime. So that means 5 million people, when given the option of do anything else, chose to watch Kid Rock. So I will say that it's a little different, because in an election, you have to vote for somebody. And obviously, beside the point, these people chose, 5 million of them, to watch a shitty concert. That's wild to me.
And a lot of them think those are bots too. I think it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
come
I'm
out.
sure a
that-
bunch of them are. I'm sure a bunch of them are bots, but
I
still,
think somebody as far as it was only like 111,000.
no, I don't think it was that low.
I think
That's like
so. I think it's possible.
I don't think
honestly.
TPUSA has that much money. That's my only thing is the amount of money it would cost to get that many bots. I don't think they have that much money. So
They do have a lot of donors for
they
that party
do.
too.
They
so
do. It's possible. But
we will ultimately have to see, but ultimately, I don't think it was worth it. It
no.
looks stupid as hell.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was better? What was had a better rating? We had Animal Planet's Puppy Bowl. Gives us some new special stars. Obviously, we have to share this. I honestly think the most talked about creature right now, Tegan, the beautiful
Yep,
pup
I've seen
who was paralyzed, but that did not stop Tegan from having a good time at the Puppy Bowl and seeing all these puppies support Tegan right here. Look at this. How can you not smile? You really are a horrible person if that can't give you a smile. Because Tegan keeps going. He's not letting his disability stop him. It was beautiful pup.
Honestly, they should have put Tegan in for the Patriots at some point.
And I love seeing dogs literally be as natural as possible, just trying to sniff this dog out and just hanging out. By the way, I think there's over 150 puppies were featured, all rescues.
All
Beautiful to
adoptable
see.
too, I believe.
Tegan actually got adopted too.
Yeah. I'm saying all of those puppies are adoptable. So if you're looking for a dog,
Well,
that's
God
you
bless
can.
that person who given them all homes. And also the other star, give this beautiful bub Remy. Remy a bit timid, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
So
He
was Drake
won
May.
the underdog award. Shouts to Remy. Aw.
Did he do that the whole time?
I think so, yeah. He was
He's coaching.
He's being a good pup.
He's coaching, that's all. He's on the sidelines coaching. He's calling the plays.
And you know what the halftime of the Puppy Bowl is the Kitten Bowl.
Yes.
We have the Kitten Bowl right here. Look at the Kitten Bowl. Tamale.
What a great block there by Tamale, who finally
Look at her
looks
go.
warmed up.
Yeah, he's one hot tamale.
This is former Yankee
So true.
radio
Very
announcer
nice.
John
Moves the
Sterling
ball
on
to
the call.
midfield, and it finally looks like the Bobcats defense is springing to life.
Rice passes the ball, hoping to hit Howie Longhair. But the ball seems to have a mind of its own. Howie Longhair can't get his paws on it.
It's fourth down, and the Bengals need a big play here if they want to put the Bobcats away for good.
Well, the Bobcat defense looks focused here. Jerry Mice drops back to pass. Got a
Jerry
man
Mice?
open in the end zone, and it is a touchdown. Wow, what a play.
Look at this.
Touchdown.
Do you just see this random cat
And
losing
it
his
is a
mind over here?
touchdown. Wow, what a play.
What's he doing?
Touchdown.
I love it.
Let's take a look at that again. On the Subaru slow motion kitten cam. That Hail Mary pass hit Longhair, who was wide open for the touchdown. Check out Dandelion, who's doing his celebratory happy cat dance. You gotta
Yeah,
love that.
Dandelion.
Here comes
This is
the
my
extra
favorite.
point from Nacho, and it's good. They always
All
go
he
to
has to do is
Nacho
jump
with
through
a
the
kick
upright.
when the chips are down. Get it, Mary? Nacho.
I love a good animal
Oh
video.
goodness. I went to a real life puppy bowl this on Saturday.
Oh, Jesus.
There was no seriously.
Really?
They were
Where?
host. So there's this brewery down by us.
Were they eligible to get adopted?
Yeah. So it's actually the place that I got my dog Bruce from. The Lucky Dog is the name of the rescue. So if you're in the area, give them a look. See. But yeah, they're at this brewery, and in the back room of this brewery, they just had all these dogs kind of just hanging out. Some of them are running around and playing. A lot of them are just kind of, walking up to people and sniffing them and whatever. But yeah, they were all you could pick them all up. There was someone to talk to about each dog. They had an adoption table. There wasn't quite as much they didn't have as many balls and stuff out as I would have liked for a puppy bowl. I would have liked to have a little bit more football related things in there, but it was still very cute. There was one dog, his name was Timrod, and he was an all-star, probably MVP of the game.
Excellent work. So that's what we have there. Jose, you watched the Puppy Bowl?
I can fill in. Nah, I don't watch that. I have girls.
You're damn right. I get pussy. There you go. Exactly. Right. You don't even need me in the
Pretty good.
show no more. Ryan
Yeah, I
can
know. I
me
know.
and himself. Yeah.
Chill. All right. So, last thing I want to just randomly say Tom Brady, literally the greatest quarterback ever, maybe best football player ever.
Mhm.
And he's had an interesting life since retiring. I mean, the whole thing with Alex Earl, I guess that was more than with a back rub. The literal port, they are hooking up. It's crazy. How does the Patriot dynasty, 6 Super Bowls in 20 years, right? You have the owner with a 40-year age gap marriage, the head coach of that, a 50-year, the quarterback, a 23-year. Tom, you can do so much better. That's no offense. I'm sorry. Alex Earl, I do not get her appeal. No, it does not, no. And the fact that he already dated her ex-boyfriend, who was already 20 years younger, to have a 20-year-old age gap from your teammate. And then you TYB him? My God. And then you look like I love Tom Brady, and I don't even want to because I really do listen. A lot of people are annoyed by him. I love hearing him speak. I think he's very, very fascinating and very inspirational. It's just bro makes some weird choices, kissing his kids on the lips and all of that. And
Yeah, I remember that.
I just want to say, him going to this party, right? What is he putting in?
Tom, how does it feel to be back with the Patriots in the Super Bowl? And you're no stranger
Think
to the
he's
Patriots
okay?
yourself.
Allison, you think he's okay?
A lot of cool things came together.
Who's in the Super Bowl squad this week?
Not sure.
Sorry.
Who's in your Super Bowl squad this week? Who's joining you for the fun this week?
Oh, I got all my friends. They're all down here. I got Julian with me right here. It's usually pretty fun to hang out with.
Listen, I do think he's a genuine guy. He's quirky, but just I don't know. That is some plastic surgery job, or is it he truly doesn't have not a speck of sugar, not a carb at all?
I think it's that.
And then he really, or is it plastic surgery?
I mean, I'm sure he's got some sort of cosmetic routine that he's doing, filler and whatnot. But I think it's mostly no carbs, no sugar, no anything fun.
Literally.
Only because have you seen his sons?
No. I can't. I don't think I'd be able to know who his son was if I saw him in person.
So there's a few pictures of his sons going around, and they look very, very similar to Tom Brady. And people are actually saying Tom Brady is getting his kids plastic surgery, and I don't believe that's the case. I think what happened is
that's the difference.
Oh yeah, just
look, it's 1,000 times better than your rookie year.
100%. And again, I think it's because of the ridiculous
TB12
diet.
method.
Yeah, and I think he's got his kids on it, and that's why they kind of look identical to him.
Unbelievable. Again, I still love Tom Brady, but I don't know. It was interesting. I just found it interesting. All right. So you guys watched the Olympics?
Yeah.
Literally not one viral moment coming out of the
opening
ceremony.
Oh, the opening ceremonies, no.
So you guys aware of the skier Lindsey Vonn?
Yes.
All right, so Lindsey Vonn, already an Olympic gold medal winner. I think she competed in 5 Olympics. And she does the downhill skiing.
Yeah.
He had a torn ACL right before. But she said, nope, I am going to do this competition without an ACL. Who cares what I risk? And well, we have a fuck around and find out moment. While competing in the women's downhill at the Milano Cortina Olympics, Vonn suffered a devastating crash just 13 seconds into the race. She caught the gate early in the run, lost control, and fell hard during a high-speed section. And she completely broke her leg.
Yeah.
And she had insane fractures. And yeah, Vonn's comeback itself was extraordinary. She returned to competition after nearly 6 years in retirement, and then had the ACL rupture and now broke her leg during this. And I mean, should she have done it? My thing, listen, and I've had plenty of orthopedic issues. It's not fun. And I give anybody credit who wants to risk it all after that. But she is much older. She is already competed in 5 Olympics. She's already medaled. I didn't think there was any issue of her just bowing down and let somebody else take it. Passing of the torch. And she didn't.
She already retired
Now
once.
yeah, exactly. She didn't, and then she has this awful injury, which we do hope for a speedy recovery. But we have to be real. She should not have been out there, even though she wanted to
No.
and know the heart of a champion. But bad job by the Americans for letting this happen, and bad
Yeah.
job by everybody involved. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what you need your ACL to ski.
And just walk and just have a normal
Yeah,
life.
like you need that. It's an important bit.
There's a
And
reason
so,
why these players, like, you could get hurt, get your surgery and walk right away. Like Bout, for instance, the
Mhm.
running back for the Seahawks. He looked like he could play, but there's a reason why you have to
can't.
wait
Yeah.
6 months to get back out there.
Right.
From literally this happening.
Yep.
Now a broken leg? My God. That's
And
a
then
lot.
multiple fractures too. Yeah, I mean, if she for some reason she didn't want to retire or didn't want to stay retired, unfortunately, I think her legs have probably determined that she's done now. Because again, it's going to be another 4 years, so she'll be 44, 45 next
She'd be
Olympic.
45.
Yeah, 45 next Olympic, and no, her leg. She'll already be too old. She'll have had major repairs done on her legs, which I think is, as counterintuitively, I think will make it harder for her to do, not easier. It's gonna make it hard for her to work out for a long time. So
I
I
know,
think
and
yeah,
I
she's
feel
done.
like this is part of her legacy now. This is a perfect thing now why you shouldn't return from injury too early. You could literally make it a lot worse.
Yeah,
And
I
she
mean,
did.
she's obviously her legacy. I think is still pretty secure in terms of
I mean,
overall.
I wouldn't have remembered her. I didn't know who she was coming into this. I'm sorry, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean,
But
she's.
I will. I'm not gonna forget her now.
Oh no,
Lindsey
no, that's true.
Vonn. You didn't know who Lindsey Vonn was before
No,
this?
you did.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
I also did, but that doesn't usually mean anything if I know something. But yeah, so I think she's still obviously an incredible Olympian. She's been to the games multiple times. She has medaled already. So I'm certainly not going to take any of that away from her for making this decision, but I do think it was a silly decision because of course she crashed. She has one leg.
13 seconds in.
You're going skiing, which is a two-leg sport, and you're using only one leg to do it. That's not enough legs for a two-leg sport.
But didn't
Of
she
course you're gonna
compete? Didn't she compete in a race before that one?
I don't think
Doesn't
so.
say it in mind modes. No.
She hurt
She
herself in
did.
practice. She hurt herself in practice originally. That's when she tore the ACL. But I
Yeah,
don't think
week
she's. I
before.
don't. Yeah, but I don't think that was. I don't think she skied since tearing the ACL. She was working out a lot. She did a lot of rehab, but I don't think she skied at any point in time before then.
Well,
Like this crash.
again, I hope we all learn from this. But we will do a positive note before we switch it up with our questions. I was happy to see that the Muppets are making a big comeback. So did you
Mhm.
guys know that just last week, the Muppet Show returned with a special revival episode that marked the 50th anniversary of the original series airing in 1976.
Yeah.
It was on ABC and Disney Plus, and they killed it with special guest Sabrina Carpenter in there. So
Oh, somebody in
Oh,
this
I
group
forgot
has.
her. I forgot her Super Bowl commercial was funny too with the Lay's
Pringles, yeah, she
or
was the Pringle.
Pringles. Yeah.
So
Oh,
hear this with the Muppet numbers. It was the number one in the top 10 movies in the United States on Disney Plus. It had 3 million views on ABC, which is a lot in this day and age. The biggest show of the night in the 18 to 49 demographic. Number one Disney Plus in 59 countries. In the top 10 in 16 other countries. And there were over 180 Muppets featured. And I am going to play you one little skit from it very quickly because it's too freaking funny. And it shows that dating's hard for us, even if you're a Muppet.
really want to make a good impression on Becky's parents. She's the first girl I've dated in a long time. When your online profile says passionate bear looking for love, you get a lot of wrong responses. Not wrong, just wrong for me.
Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't see how it's ever gonna work out with you and a...
You can say it, Dad. He's a bear.
Yeah. This salmon is just terrific.
Likes the salmon. What a surprise.
So glad you like it. Do you know, if I'd known, I would have kept some raw for you.
Mom!
Well, they do catch them in rivers.
Actually, I usually get mine at Costco.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm just gonna be blunt. What if you had children? How would you raise them? Where would they go to the bathroom? In the woods?
Okay, that is an offensive stereotype.
Great writing always prevails, man. And great characters never die.
I think the Muppets might be one of the best brands in American entertainment. Yeah. Name a brand with more lasting power than the Muppets so far.
It was 50 years and still
That's
making
what I
you
mean.
laugh. You don't have to also dumb down, or you don't have to be sexually explicit. You don't have to be violent.
It's the same as it always was. Yeah.
Muppet.
But I don't think there is a brand, like a entertainment brand or whatever, that has the same staying power.
The only one is Sesame Street's been around and they're Muppets.
Well, they're Muppets too. They're like an offshoot.
Exactly.
I feel like you
So,
put them together.
I mean, only really animated the Looney Tunes.
Simpsons.
They're not, but they're not.
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
They are. They last.
Simpsons for sure. I agree. I mean, Looney Tunes last, but I don't know. Do you think people would go see like
if you
Bugs
had a
Bunny
Looney Tunes movie? I think it would be a hit.
Okay.
In theaters, I do.
I would love to see them do it.
That's already a lot because they have a unit. We did an article, a topic last year about how Warner Brothers had a fucking Looney Tunes
drop in that
fucking
movie.
and they stuffed it.
And they're finally releasing it now for one of these distributors with John Cena and Will Arnett.
Oh, is this the Roadrunner one?
Yeah, that's coming out this year.
They're actually going to do it.
So yeah, I think anything animated where characters can't age will last.
Okay.
And random clip of the day. I just want to show you guys see Nathan For You.
Yeah,
Nathan Fielder.
Yeah,
We've
I've
shown
seen it for the show.
Every day I'm realizing, wow, this dude really is a genius. And hear him actually, and I confirm this wasn't a skit. This is a real lawyer getting exposed. And I'll show you right now what it is.
So if I do all this, then Starbucks can't sue me.
This is America. People file lawsuits at the drop of a hat.
But if they sue, you're liable too, right?
Who's liable?
You.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Not unless I'm involved in infringing their trademark, no.
Yeah, the appearance release you signed before had a clause that said you would be liable too if Starbucks sued.
I don't agree to this at all. I do not agree to pay all legal fees and damages legal action because I have no control over what's being released.
Well, why did you sign that then?
Yeah, I signed it, and I signed it because I didn't have a chance to read it, and I
But
thought
you're a
it was
lawyer,
just-
don't you read things before you sign
I
them?
do read things. I try to read things, but you wanted me to shoot, and I glanced at it, and this was my mistake. I'll acknowledge that.
Okay. Well, you signed it, so I guess you can give
Well,
that back.
I'm not going to give it back because I'm going to...
Well, I handed it to you just to look over, but you already...
No, I'm not going to give it back to you. I'm protecting myself and, frankly, you from a nightmare.
Well,
I
you
would never
signed
accept
it.
that.
We have you on camera signing it, so it still holds up in court.
You don't have me on camera signing it.
Yes, we do.
What kind of lawyer am I? I'm signing shit I haven't read. Well, if you do, that's fine. Then you'll know how the terms. I'm going to put it in my pocket.
Well, no, we don't want it in your pocket.
We do want it in my pocket. Please, you're in my office.
We're all the same creatures. We're all the freaking same. If somebody's pissed us the fuck off, maybe we just use a different language. Or
That's
making sure we're
crazy.
not making somebody fuck us over. And
That's
that was
crazy.
when he did fake Starbucks, that urban legend, and became a big thing. So that's where that came from. Okay. So let's do our questions of the day. We're going to do it since Valentine's Day is taking place on Saturday. Who's excited for Valentine's Day?
I am. I've got
I am.
Me too.
We got a date.
I got
scheduled.
Valentine's Day and then romance time in the evening.
Nice.
Very good. Awesome. And I'm going to enjoy Valentine's Day too. So we got a few questions of the day.
Wait, what strip
regarding
club are you going
Valentine's Day.
to?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm
You got
not
a
going to
date
a
or are you
strip
going?
club.
Oh, you got a date?
Maybe myself.
It sounds like her name is Bubbles at fucking Stu's Rendezvous.
At Scores.
Yeah, that too.
Bubbles or licorice.
There you go.
Okay, so we have some questions of the day. Let's do it. When everybody was dating or is dating now, when dating, what's the biggest red flag you ignored once and regretted it?
They were a wannabe rapper.
Mhm.
I won't lie, that's happened 3 times.
3.
Third time's a charm, we've learned.
Oh, Jesus. Well, somebody's got to be it. There's not enough rappers in this world.
Meeting the family too early.
That
they
happened to
ask
me
you.
before.
They ask you to meet the family. I should be clear about that because sometimes
I met parents once on a first date, and they loved me.
Well, there was someone that I was dating who I met. Not only their mom, but their stepfather and their little sister. Like 2 weeks in. And not only that, but we were going to like a beach and I didn't know that they also were going. So it ended up being like a beach thing where we were sitting like with their family. That's too much 2 weeks in. That's a red flag, I would say.
And there's a lot of red flags I've ignored. And regretted it.
And I did, to be clear, I didn't say this is a red flag, I'm done. And I should have, but
from people saying, "Oh, I'm had one from when I wanted something and they said I'm not sure what I wanted." That was probably one. Someone farted. That was bad. Those are like on top of my head I could think of.
You say when someone farted?
Yeah. Let it out. Boom.
Oh,
Nope.
God,
Nope. And she wasn't hot enough to justify it.
Well, also, I'm assuming this was an early date, right? Like, so.
Yeah, this was back in college.
No, but I mean, like, I'm assuming you didn't know them that well either.
I saw them in class. So
right, that's what I mean. So it's like,
and then
you don't know them.
Here's what happened. So I'm in class. They would always tease me like Helga as Arnold, right?
Mm.
And then we would have our spring fling, like whatever, the big spring weekend, right?
Yeah.
And she was drunk. And I remember, like, I was interested at the time, right? And I met her freshman year, just see him always cheesing me, always making fun of me, but I did not know a thing. I didn't have any game whatsoever. My game really didn't develop till after I graduated, not till like the senior year of college. And I remember she texted me. No, I ran into her the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the halls or whatever, right? She texted me, "Hey, baby, wanna fuck?" As blatant like that.
What's wrong with that?
Cause she farted?
No, I'll tell you how this all unfolded. So I'm like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? Like, because she wasn't really like that either. It didn't match the vibe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I happen to run into her again, right? We're talking, whatever. See, okay, maybe we'll hang out. Then she's walking down the hall and then let it out. And I'm just like, oh, no.
No. Okay, I see what
and
you're
I was
saying.
I was just confused, really. I didn't know what to do.
Maybe she was
didn't want to take advantage. Seemed like it. I didn't want to. If she was too drunk, I can't take advantage of her either. So,
oh yeah, no,
you know, like drunk and then passing gas like that. So, I just let that die. Walk away. All right, Jose's turn. What was a red flag you wound up regretting?
Believing they're past their fucking past trauma.
I've heard this before.
when you talk to them and they are like giving a little insight in their past, and you're like, well, I was this and this and this happened to me, but I got over it. Bullshit. And you wasted 2 months figuring that out. So yeah, that's a red flag. If they try to tell me they're over it, it's a lie.
I don't disagree, actually. I mean, depends, obviously. But if something happened to somebody like 2 months ago, and then you're together, like, oh yeah, I'm over it, but they're still talking about it with you, that to me, yeah, I get that you should look carefully at how fast you move in that relationship. Because if they're still talking about it with you, that means they're not quite over it yet.
Okay, so we had a nice perspective here. All right, my next question. Are romantic holidays outdated and still are romantic holidays such as Valentine's Day, are they outdated or are they still meaningful? And why? I feel it's
I think
Valentine's
they're
Day is,
outdated.
in a way, it's just very it's commercialism at its
Yes.
finest.
Yeah, so I think every holiday, I mean, obviously you spend time with family or whatever, but like you can make any holiday or any occasion romantic, right? The person you're with is that's where you get the romance from. So yeah, I don't think you need a Valentine's Day to be romantic with your partner. I guess for the folks who are like dating or whatever, it gives you a date on the calendar. Whereas, like, I know for us, we don't celebrate much anymore. We go out to dinner, but we do more for like our anniversary. So, like, I guess for people who don't have an anniversary, it's like you can do that, and it adds like a day on the calendar to plan around. But I do think it's a little bit past its prime.
Okay.
Yeah, because what I'm doing this year, I was telling Matt about it. So all my friends are single, and I'm like in a relationship. This is my first Valentine's Day in a relationship in like 5-6 years. But I'm doing like the daytime. I'm doing like a Galentine's Day because I believe like my friends also deserve to be celebrated because I do love and care for them in different ways, like more than just like romantically. So I'm doing something for them, and then I'm doing more like romantic with my partner, like the night of type thing. So I'm kind of trying to like balance it out in like all aspects of relationships in my life personally.
Yeah, and like to be clear, it's not like we're doing nothing. Like there was like very specifically, I'll say that we have a reservation at this place that I've not been to, but my wife went once, really liked it, thought that I would like it. She went with friends. And so she was like, we should go there. It was a really nice place. And I think you'd really like it. So again, it was thoughtful. It wasn't like a let's just go to the closest place thing. Like it's a thoughtful location, but it just isn't, it's just we could come up with any reason to go out for a romantic dinner. Don't need to be Valentine's Day. So I do think it's a little bit past its, usefulness, like I said.
Yep. Okay. I'm throwing in an extra one. What's the worst? And then this is the actual last one. What's the worst Valentine's Day gift you ever received? Somebody once gave me underwear.
Were they at least like
No, they weren't. They were
a
pickled
joke?
on it. It
Pickles?
wasn't a funny one.
That's weird.
And we broke up a few weeks after.
Nothing. I would say getting nothing. I would rather get underwear than nothing. At least they were thinking of you.
And I'm a great gift giver too, right? I got this a body scrub that I might as well have put it up my own ass because that was a waste of time. Underwear.
I got one time, long time ago, not my wife. I got Robux smoothie
You got
for
what?
Valentine's Day. I got
That's
a
a good
smoothie.
one. Robux.
That's a good one? Yeah, Robux, whatever.
Robux.
I got a smoothie. I'm like, all right.
I mean, that's high school. That's not a lot of weight to that, at least. They did the best they
No,
could.
no. It wasn't a lot of weight, but it's just I'm like, okay.
What did you want to give you?
Nothing, in fairness. So it's not like I had any
Exactly, they
expectations.
thought of you.
But No. In that regard, it's nice. But I would say, in that regard, any gift is nice because it means they were thinking of you. You know what I mean? Like that is my philosophy. I won't lie to you. Like I had to think all the way back to high school to come up with a gift that would be even remotely bad. Because I think if you think of me and get me something you think I'll enjoy, to me, I will enjoy it because you thought of me. So I agree with you, Matt, but you asked the question and I had to answer, so that was the answer that I gave.
Jose, anybody give you a nice horrible gift?
Yeah, flowers. What the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Oh, that's so nice.
You got
I don't
flowers?
know. Yeah.
Interesting.
No, she didn't know me. So
She didn't know you.
that's
I remember
for-
one. I remember one Valentine's Day was down bad.
number 2.
What was that part?
I said that's why she's girlfriend number 2 because she didn't know who the
Oh,
fuck I was.
she went down the power. She went down the power ranking.
You know, I remember I was down bad during Valentine's
Definitely
Day,
did.
and I asked the Wendy's drive-through lady, "You want to be my Valentine?" She said no. I also, to be fair, I was trying to make a video out of it.
Yeah, well,
I would have accepted it. Like, well, no, I wouldn't have. But made me laugh.
I laughed.
Okay, the last question before we wrap it up. What's the weirdest way you've seen someone try to show affection or win someone over? You know, looking back,
Well, I know what for Ryan is. Ryan's taking her to church.
And that's how I will fall in love with our love of Jesus. You know, I'm looking back. There was a time where TikTok was around in 2010. This person would have been extremely viral. Where in one of the choir classes, this guy asked this girl to be his girlfriend by singing Everything by Michael Bublé. And it amazed the girls in high school at the time that somebody literally courted someone like that. But looking back, wow, that is way too much. I even think I thought that at the
Offline, you should
time.
tell me who that is because I don't know who that
I'll
is.
say that. I'll say it muted, or I'll pause it.
Oh,
so we
I
said
do.
it now. So we said I told him the
do.
name.
I
told Ryan
do.
the
I
name.
do remember that.
Yeah.
That whole thing was weird, actually.
Looking back, like,
Yeah.
this is not a good idea.
That there's a
And
lot.
for somebody who did
weird.
something similar once, it wasn't a good idea when I did it either. But that was enough. That was bad. And mine was more of a proposal type deal.
Yeah.
He was
yeah,
asking to be the girlfriend.
Yes. That was.
We should not have gotten in support, but that was the biggest thing in the North High halls.
Yeah, I do remember that. Wow, that's a flashback. This is not mine. This is not for me, right? But this is almost like a hybrid of what you just said, like the one you're talking about, and the last one. So at our high school, they do Valentine's Day singing grams.
Oh yeah, I always liked that day.
I mean, I did too for like because they were interrupt class, right? But
Exactly.
but by my junior and senior year, I was in what's it called? I was in the group that would do them. So we would, and this is true, we would go from class to class. People paid us. We would go from class to class and we would sing a love song of their choice. We had like a book that they could pick from, but honestly, if you just told us what you wanted, we would probably figure it out and sing it. We all got split up into like groups to do this.
Yeah.
And so there's people who it was for Valentine's Day, ostensibly, right? There's people who for Valentine's Day would get their girlfriends or boyfriends, me, and like 3 other guys singing Everything by Michael Bublé was one of them, but the one that made me laugh the most was My Boo by Usher.
No.
So yes, there were real people who paid real human money for me to come into like their girlfriend's Spanish class and sing My Boo to them. And that was something that people actually
There's
did.
no footage. There has to be someone has that.
Me singing My Boo? I
Yeah.
don't know. I love the song. It's a great song. So, I mean, this is too much information, but because we were in like groups of like 4 or 5, and there was a bunch of different songs, everybody kind of picked a few songs that they would be lead on, and everybody else would kind of do the backup stuff. And yeah, so my songs, I had like the what's it called? Can't Take My Eyes Off of You by Frankie Valli, and I had My Boo by Usher. I was like, I sang lead on those 2 songs. So yeah, I sang that song like literally probably 20 something times every year for 2 years. Yeah. So that's mine. That's like a mix of like a bad Valentine's Day gift and a bad idea for, dating. If me singing to your girlfriend is how you're gonna get your girlfriend or give her Valentine, you need to also get flowers or something. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I done for a form. I did something. I wanted this person to live far away that I knew, and it was a horrible idea. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I'm not.
You were in high school.
Or
That's what
yeah,
you're
even
thinking.
college. Yeah, I was
Oh,
just
okay.
did that. I mean, still same thing. You're still haven't developed. You didn't realize how bad
Yeah.
of an idea it is. It was fun to make, though. It
Oh, yeah.
was fun, a lot of fun to make, in fact. But there is no way you will not see that video. I deleted YouTube unless somebody screen recorded it. You are never gonna see that. And if it is valuable footage, if you could get it, but
I don't
not for
think I
me.
have. I don't think I have it.
What
So.
was funny? I was a tour guide at my college. That was one of my jobs at college. So I asked this random family, right? Hey, can you tell this person why you should go to this formal with me?
Yes. Oh, I do.
And they did it. And then
I do
here's what's
remember.
crazy. The next year, that person chose the University of Hartford. It came to me and say, hey, I was the girl you asked to do it. How'd it go? Well, maybe it would have been a different story if they lived closer. I do think if they lived closer, even if it was just as a friend, they would have done it. But they literally lived 8 hours away.
Yeah.
And I didn't
I
even
do
have to.
remember
And looking back, I didn't even have to do any of that. I just, like I said, I had no riz whatsoever until my senior year of college. And there was hundreds of thousands of chances that I just blew. Like I remember, I naturally this person just gave me their number at McDonald's. Didn't ask. I thought they were attracted. I didn't know what to say, and they were talking about their love for McDonald's, and I said, "Oh, that's awesome," and they did not find that funny whatsoever. That's stupid. Why would you say that? You're not funny. And then never heard from them again. So quite frankly, this question's a little hits home a little too hard.
I still tell people that's McAwesome all the time. So it's for people who
I guess this is
you
really
must
about me.
know, because at this point I've been in like 9,000 episodes of the show. Me and Matt have known each other a long time, and I remember when he told me the McAwesome story, and I use McAwesome still all the time. And there are people who I know Matt does not talk to anymore because he's not friends with them anymore, but who went to high school with us that I still talk to, who also know the story, and they also find it hysterical every single time. So I don't know what's wrong with that girl. I thought that was funny.
I think that's so funny.
Right. I probably could say that right now to somebody and they would love it. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's McAwesome.
I'm gonna say that. Hey, I just want to say I'm gonna do it right now. Hey, I'm gonna literally do it right now. Not with this new chat. Not with anybody new. Hey, you're McAwesome. I'm gonna add it to the last text was 100%. We say, hey, you're McAwesome.
Let's see how it goes. You'll have to update us on Thursday.
You should make your own Valentine Day card for Saturday, and you can send it to girls you're talking to. It could be a picture of like something from McDonald's and say something on the front, and then when you open it, it's like you're McAwesome with a heart.
I remember.
I will help you create that, Matt.
Why not? I'm open to that. What was it though? So me and Ryan answered that. Allison and Jose, do you have anything to add? Something you just absolutely cringe you saw trying for somebody trying to get?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one. Nope, I can't think of one.
How come neither of you have ever paid me to sing to someone that you recording? I'll do it.
Oh, Can you
And,
sing? Can you sing a crazy song? I will actually pay you. Can you sing like a crazy song, like "My Humps" or something for Brett?
I mean, I can sing whatever you want, I suppose.
Something stupid.
Sing whatever you want. That's not the problem. I have to learn the song if I don't know it. I know my humps, by the way, but
We'll talk.
Oh well, I guess everybody see you guys have nobody's gone out of their way. At least every time they might have struck out, but at least they went down swinging.
I mean, yeah, I'm glad you've seen the best of the best when it comes to dating. You've never seen anyone fail. That's crazy.
Or at least in an insanely absurd way. But hey,
I'm trying to think if there's
not
any
a bad
more.
thing.
I don't think I have any more really.
Just anytime I've seen you ever seen just somebody just sing to somebody to try to get affection?
Yeah, I have.
Like that.
The only thing weirder is when you pay someone else to do it.
Oh,
Which
man,
I'm
that's
again
good.
happy to take people's money, but you know.
Or have you ever seen the idea of proposals, right? Some people, I always like the private ones, and then you could take pictures of there. The lavish
Right.
ones, that's a lot. So from anytime you see it on a jumbotron, will you marry me? That's a strike. That's a deep shot.
I actually do know a couple who did do that, and they're so far worked out okay. So here's hoping that continues. But yeah,
Do you know which game it was?
yeah, get this, I was at the game, but not with them. I
This
went
was
to a baseball game, a Nationals
Mets?
game.
Nationals game.
Yeah, Nationals game. We had a friend in town who loves baseball, from out west, and so her boyfriend and then me and my wife went to this game, right? And we're there, and then they have the jumbotron. They did birthdays and stuff, and then they had this "Will you marry me?" and they showed the couple, whatever, and Melissa worked with them or with her for a while and was like, "Oh my God, that's so and so." And then I looked and I was like, "Yeah, it is." And then we ended up we texted them after. We ended up getting drinks after to celebrate. But yeah, we didn't know that it was going to happen. We just went to the game, and then we happened to see two kind of again, they're not good friends in the way that we hang out all the time, but we go to their house for parties and stuff. And they were coworkers first, so they knew each other from that. So we know them pretty well. And yeah, I was like, "That's crazy." You know what I mean? Especially her. And then we got invited to the wedding. So that was kind of fun too. We got to see them get we saw their
full circle.
proposal. Yeah, and then we got to see them actually walk down the aisle, which was again very nice. Thank you guys for inviting us also. But
Awesome. Well, great. Allison, Jose, and Ryan, great work as always. See you back here on Friday. Stay warm out there. Bad Bunny's the best.
Yep.
Gonna miss the NFL, but everybody comes back eventually. So good work, and we will see you all on Friday with the next productive conversation.
see ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.